This segment of Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union.
Living your best Delmarva life, and that means having money sometimes. And if you're like me, you made a resolution to save money.
And if you're like me, you make that resolution every time you get to the end of the paycheck. Happens inevitably. Well, that's why we would like to welcome our special guests this afternoon. Make sure I get this right. Cherie Coleman, Vice President of Marketing, Debbie Jewell, Business Development Manager from Sussex County Federal Credit Union. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Now, we have got some things that we really want to ask you about. Obviously, the big one is a really basic question. How do we reduce expenses? How do we increase savings?
One of the biggest ways is to reduce debt, and I noticed that you guys were taking a poll about credit cards. So one of the things you might want to do when we talk about refinancing as an option to lower debts is shop around for different interest rates on credit cards, transfer your high rate balances to a lower rate card, reduce your interest. You can keep paying the same amount, but you'll pay it off quicker and spend less interest.
Wow, how about that?
And I'm always hearing about credit reports and your credit score and all of that. Is that important?
Your credit score is very important. It's how lenders determine what your interest rate will be, what the terms of the loan are going to be, whether or not you'll get approved for credit. And there are a lot of factors that make up your credit score and your credit history.
So what kind of things would that be?
That would be, for instance, the amount that you owe outstanding, the balances total that you have outstanding. For instance, you always want to try and keep a credit card balance, for instance, under 35% utilized, which means if you have, say, a $2,000 credit limit, you don't want to carry a balance that's more than $700 on that card, or that looks like that's a little, you want to make sure you're using it wisely, and lenders want to make sure you understand that it's real money you have to pay back, but you know how to use it wisely.
What about how long the credit history is? Does that matter?
It does matter. That's one of the factors that go into your score. The longer you've had and maintained a good credit history, the more likely your score is to be higher, which gets you a better interest rate and better terms when you're seeking credit.
Is new credit a bad thing?
New credit is not a bad thing if you seek it in moderation. If you're going out applying for credit cards and auto loans and everything every other day, lenders are going to think you're at a higher risk because they're going to see a lot of inquiries on your report. So new credit is good if you apply for it in moderation.
Now, my oldest son just started college. He's a freshman, and he learned the hard way about budgeting his own money. And I'm thinking, maybe I didn't teach him well. How do you teach your kids to be financially responsible?
Well, you are correct.
Make Debbie answer this one. She's sitting there carrying the whole load here.
I'm sorry.
Debbie,
I'm a
talk to
credit
us.
hog.
How can we teach the kids?
Well, you can start with teenagers by opening a savings account, getting them involved with going in, making the deposits, the withdrawals, the transactions. As far as college students, you can consider giving them a prepaid credit card, a shared secured card, and also helping them understand the guidelines and the results of them effectively using that credit card and how it can impact their credit and their debt later on in life.
Now, what if I want my credit score? How much is that going to cost me to get it?
You can get your credit report for free each year.
Okay.
Every individual is allowed to attain a free credit report from the free credit reporting agencies once annually.
Okay, now you guys have something that you're wanting to do to help people learn how to do this. Tell us about that.
We actually are seeking a family that we're going to call Sussex County Federal Credit Union's First Family. And what we would like to do is use this family as a model to take them through a year-long process of analyzing their debt, trying to lower their debt, and build their savings.
Oh, wow.
We have lots of budgeting, educational tools, refinancing options, a lot of different tips and tools that other families on Delmarva could learn from.
Now, how do we find out about getting into this contest?
The application is available online at sussexcfcu.com.
And they can apply anytime between now and February 6th is the deadline.
6th.
Yes.
All righty. So there, take a look at the outline there, and just remember, in case you didn't get that website, it's okay. We're going to be able to send you there from delmarvalife.com. If you want more information about it, how you can get financially fit, go to delmarvalife.com and click on the show tab. Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us today.
That was some good information. So who likes freshly ironed clothes? Who likes the crap that gets stuck to your iron? Not me. Del Mar Life has a 30-second handy how-to to take care of that.
And we're going to stay on the money theme. If you're trying to figure out how you're going to send your kid to college, we have some advice on how you can actually get them some free money through scholarships. That's coming up next.
Free money.
Free money. Don't have to